TFT Set 8 is about to drop in about a week, which means we have a bunch of new comps to learn. While there are always going to be those flavor of the month comps and picks, for a lot of players, especially those who are in the lower elos, consistency is really what's going to help you climb and improve. To that end, before Set 8 begins, what I want to do is give 5 comps that I think are going to be pretty standard for anybody to play during Set 8, or at least the first half of Set 8 before the minute set update. And to be clear, I'm not saying that these are the 5 strongest comps throughout Set 8, or even that they're the 5 strongest comps when Set 8 drops, but these are 5 comps that have different varieties, different strengths and weaknesses that are going to always be somewhat viable, like they'll always be at least B tier in my opinion. So if you can learn and master these comps, I think you're going to have a very good chance of climbing to at least gold or platinum and improve your own TFT play along the way. Now these 5 comps are going to be very different. There's going to be a mix of AD, AP carries, frontline and backline carries. There's going to be 1 slow roll, 1 hyper roll, and 1 high roll comp. First up, we've got the Anima Squad Brawler comp. Now, I really like this comp for one simple reason, and that is flexibility. It has 3 potential carries, 2 backline, and 1 frontline, with those having a mix of 1 AP and 2 AD carries. You can slow roll for either Riven or Vayne. Those are your 2 AD carries, Riven being the 1 frontline carry. You can also just do a standard level 8 push and go for Misfortune with AP items. She's your 1 backline AP carry. You can also flex into more Laser Corps or Recons if one of those becomes massively overpowered. You can also push for 7 Anima Squad. This comp just has a lot of flexibility and a lot of options, which is why I really like it. The second comp I think that's going to be very prevalent throughout Set 8 is the Mecha Prime comp, also known as the Set comp. Now this comp is also interesting because again it has flexibility. You have a backline carry in Draven, but you could go for a slow roll if you manage to get a bunch of 2-star Dravens early. You can also flex this into a Renegades comp if you manage to hit a lot of Viegos or a lot of crit items. But in general, if you're getting a lot of defensive items early, you're getting a lot of like Titan Resolve components, this will be an absolutely fantastic option. Just do a standard level 8 push, get your items on Set or Viego, and I think this comp will deliver you a lot of top 4s. Next up we have our Hyper Roll comp for Set 8, and this is a 6 Duelist Super comp. As with the first 2 comps, there's a lot of flexibility built into the 6 Duelist comp. You can Hyper Roll 1 of 3 different carries, Kayle, Yasuo, or Fiora. If for whatever reason you can't Hyper Roll, maybe you're losing a lot of health too early, you can always back into a Zed or a Vayne carry later. A lot of flexibility in terms of carries, but the best part is that the Super Duelist combo really works well together. The Duelist trait is giving you a lot of that extra attack speed, while the Super trait gives you a lot of that extra stacking damage. I think especially if you're getting a hero augment in that first augment shop, if you're getting one for a duelist, this is definitely the comp to go for. It's a really easy, really straightforward hyper roll comp. I think this is going to serve you very well in just about every case. The only real downside is if you hit a lot of AP items, but that's TFT. Sometimes you're just not going to get lucky with your items. Next up, our slow roll comp. Now this is a Zoe Nunu comp, so you might think it's a little odd to be calling this a slow roll comp, considering that Nunu, a 5 cost, is one of the main carries, but Zoe really kind of is the key to this whole comp. Your team really is all about keeping that front line in front of Zoe, the mascot's dying, and giving her that extra healing. Nunu, yeah, he's going to do a lot of damage with that snowball, but he's also liable to die pretty early on. Zoe is going to be your main DPS in this comp, so it's important that you get her to 3-star. Overall, it's a very standard backline AP damage comp. The only real concern is if Zoe gets nerfed, but even then you just turn this slow roll comp into a fast 9 comp, try and get Nunu out there and just sort of play it as a frontliner comp. And last but not least, we have what I would call the Bill Gates comp of Set 8. That is Sure Shot, Aphelios, and Samira. AD heavy, no real AP components on this, but it's just if you're going to get rich and you want to push 9, this comp is going to be a late game nightmare. Nothing really more to say for a comp like this. All you care about is accumulating gold early and not losing a lot of health early on. Basically, if you manage to hit on an Aphelios or a Samira very early, you should just go for this comp, push to 9, and you're probably going to win late game. I'm excited to try out these 5 comps, make them my mains for Set 8, but if you're interested in seeing how they shake out in terms of the other comps in Set 8, because there are a lot more others that you can play, please consider subscribing so that you can follow along with my patch by patch tier list, and click the like button if you want to see more TFT content. Take it easy, knuckleheads. Peace!